So, here's where it all started back in the day. I don't know how long ago, 1988, around there. I used to be here in the real estate office, which was at the time Century 21. And this is where we would come to ply our trade. Across the street here, there was a drinking establishment, should we say, called Gray's. And it seemed as though they made their money. It would seem, it was said, it was alleged that if it wasn't for real estate agents, they would go broke. I never believed it for even a second. However, what I do know is that as soon as the office moved to Square One from this building, well, I'm not saying they went broke, but there were no more. It did not thrive as a kind of drinking establishment that it used to, especially if you were, if you'd lost a deal and it was 11 o'clock in the morning. And guys are saying, Carl, we should go for a drink. Hey, do they have milk? Because I don't, it's 11 o'clock, I don't drink. Any case, this was the scene in Port Credit back in 1998, and it is now the scene in Port Credit in the year 2017. Yes, work that out on all of this. You see how long I've been in real estate. But it's still the same kind of vibe. At the time, my broker's name was Fred Scheringer. We used to call him the Silver Fox. That guy had a clothes for everything. Of Afrikaner descent, Dutch, Reformed Church, etc. But owned the building, and let's take a look at the building because it really has a lot to say for itself. And remember that this building is, well, there's a whole plan in place which we'd go over. But one of the things is that they're going to save the tree. Now, which tree is it? Let's take a look at the property. Isn't this nice? So we used to have a reserved place. So when I won the Lister of the Month, well, whenever I did, you'd have a reserved spot, so you could just park right here and come up to the office here. Of course, that's probably taken the bus thing as well. But this tree, don't get the cars. One of the things that I understand that the architects have to work with is preserving this tree, which I understand is over 100 years old. And so I think the plan is to work around the tree. And remember that there's going to be a rapid transit line that's going to come down. We'll probably stop here so that people can then go from this station, probably underground, and over to the line, the train, which is the GO train, which then takes them into town, or if you want to go west, you can as well. But that is it. These are new buildings. So none of this was here in 1988. These houses were here, that house was here, the garage was there. That's where they used to do the Century 21 signs. Remember those big, huge signs? And this was here. Who knows what this place is worth now? Let's take a look. Walk with me, because if you need to know about Port Credit, you've come to the right place. Walk with me, if you can. One of the fascinating things about Port Credit is that you can have the same view for about $1 million or not so much. But wait a minute, wait just a minute. What's going on over here? Is that a crane I see in Port Credit? Is that a crane? You mean that the gentrification is actually happening here too as we speak? I left Toronto. Is this what we have to look forward to? More and more cranes as we try and just enjoy the lake? Let's take a look.